Rise and grind the best cigars that I had last month. Let's get into this list. Hit Rise and Grind, we equip you, we share with you the best whiskeys, the best cigars. We help you to elevate your leisure moments. On this video, which I'm doing for my friends, I'm just letting my friends know what's the best cigars I had last month. I don't like to try to do the best of the year because I don't remember all the cigars I smoked this year. So I figure, let me just let you know what's the best cigars I had last month. And so, there's no ratings. This is just my thoughts, my opinion, my taste buds, my experience. I'm not gonna give you a bunch of notes. I'm just talking to my friends, letting them know, hey, last month of November, I smoked some cigars. Here's what I remember smoking. Here's the experience I remember having. So we do this to help our friends, just to provide you some entertainment. We don't take this too serious. So let's just dive into this. Last month, I had me some Definition cigars. So I've loved Definition cigars. I love their Noir. That's African Cameroon. It's this beautiful, just a bold African Cameroon wrapper with this Nicaraguan filler. And so it's African Cameroon done well. And so that's the Noir, one of my most favorite cigars. I keep a box of those on hand. But then I noticed they got these other colors, these other bands. And so they've got this is I think it's teal. And this is called the 919. This is the Maduro. Now, 919, that symbolizes something for them, something they remember. They wanted to commemorate that date. This is a tasty cigar. And so, in fact, I'm just gonna hold up the other one I've been smoking. So I've got the 919 Maduro, and I've got the walking stick. Now, both of these, they just taste good. Definition, if you don't know, it's owned by some brothers, so it's a black-owned company. I believe it's some brothers out of Texas, and so they started a brand, and they are doing well. And so I just talked about the African Cameroon, the Noir. They've got the Connecticut, and they've got these wonderful Lanceros. And so the 919, both of these, this one is more so medium. The walking stick, this one's a little bit stronger. And so they are just powerful, they're tasty, they're delicious. They remind me of when I started smoking cigars, I just fell in love with the Foundation Tabernacle. And I used to love getting the Tabernacle as a Lancero. It's just a flavor bomb. And that's what I think about when I think about this. The 919, it's more so, it's medium plus. And so it's a great smoke. It's this pleasant sweetness like a molasses. You're gonna get some spice on this. These are oily, these are Nicaragua, I call it the medium plus. Some other people might call it a full body, but it's a wonderful cigar. Smoked this, had a great time, loved it. And then I also had to get the walking stick. And so I believe this was their first entry or first time doing a Lancero. And so they did this. I looked it up and said that it took them several times. And so they wanted to make sure that their first Lancero was going to be right. And so I believe this was their 7th attempt at making a Lancero. Lanceros are harder because it's just wrapper. As you can see, it's obviously thinner. And so you can't fill this up with a whole bunch of filler. And so the wrapper, the blend of this is gotta be spot on. I like Lanceros. Some people say they have trouble smoking them. Some people don't like the optics of it. Some people say they can't keep it lit. I like a good Lancero. I like the taste. I like the flavor. I like to know what does it taste like. And you really get that with a Lancero. Sometimes I might even go with a Corona Gorda. But the Lancero is the way to go. And so these two cigars, the 919 Maduro and the Walking Stick by Definition. Black-owned company, and so I'm happy to see that they are doing really good. I know they've got a whole bunch of lines and brands, and I wish I can get more of it. I live in California, and so I wish I can get some more Definition. Next cigar, I just talked about a black-owned company, and now I'm gonna be repping my sisters, the ladies, the women, and I got this from one of my female subscribers. And so my sister my blessed sister Joe, she sent this. This is the K by Karen Berger. This is the Maduro. And so the story on this lady who's doing this, her husband passed away, and so she kept the company going, and she's producing this in his honor, keeping the company going. This is a wonderful cigar. One of the things I noticed during the month of November, Thanksgiving, the weather has changed. In fact, I'm even a little under the weather. I don't know if you can hear it through my voice. When it gets cold, I put away the Connecticut's. When it gets cold, I put away the Cubans. When it gets cold, I'm reaching for my Maduros. And so I love that Joe sent me this. This is a Maduro. This is spicy. This is sweet. And this is affordable. And so I love it. This is the K, woman-owned cigar company. I don't know if she's the blender. I'll assume she's the blender. I'll assume she owns the company. Woman-owned company. So hey, I give love to my sisters. I grew up with about 4 sisters, and so I give love to my sisters. This is a wonderful cigar, and so sweet, spicy, and affordable. When I saw the price on this, I was kind of shocked. And the last cigar, in fact, before I tell you what the last one is, hey, look, I'm a bit under the weather, so I can't even hear myself right now. My ears are clogged. I think I'm always shouting, but now it feels like I'm in a tunnel. Anyway, that's a personal problem. I'm putting out the content for the people because you deserve to get some good content even during the holidays, even if I'm under the weather. And so we do this for the people. We bring you the content consistently. I don't care if I'm sick, I'm going to put the content out. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what's the best cigars you smoked in the month of November. And so maybe I'll do this every month, just pointing out what's the good cigars I smoked. I can't tell you a whole ton about it. I smoked it, liked it, and that's about it. I'm just talking to you like I talk to my friends. So if you enjoy this, just casual, just talking. I'm not a reviewer, I'm just talking, saying, hey, smoked it, it didn't suck. You ought to check it out yourself. If you like this kind of content, hit subscribe. Leave a comment about what you smoked in November, and hit like, and Patreon, and all the stuff. Yeah, all right, let's do it. Last one. This is by Room 101. This is the Nama Kubi. Nama Kubi by Room 101. So this is one of their limited edition, the Nama Kubi by Room 101. What does Nama Kubi mean? If you spoke Japanese, you would know that Nama Kubi, it means the severed head of a samurai warrior. All right, and so Room 101, Matt Booth, he tends to push the envelope. He came out with this cigar. It's, as you can see, it's another dark cigar. This is actually Mexican San Andreas. So all the other ones I showed were Nicaraguan. This is Mexican San Andreas Maduro. And so, hey, it's the holidays, it's the cold weather, it's winter. We smoking dark stuff. And so I smoked this and I thought, wow, it's gonna be dark, I'm not gonna like it, and I loved it. And so this was pleasant, wonderful blend. It's limited, this is their limited edition 2024. I guess they come out with these all the time. But Room 101, they've always put out some good cigars. Matt Booth puts out some really good cigars. So we did this for the people. Hopefully you got some entertainment from it. Hopefully you got something from it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, rise and grind.